An overhead look at downtown Philadelphia. That's the side of our broadcast tonight. Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action with Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. Hey Dave.
Hey Kevin.
Growing together and staying healthy. Two important parts. Thanks, DA. Here are the five for the Raptors. Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Fred VanVleet out there with Lowry, and it's Baines in at the 5 spot. And for the 76ers, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. And Simmons is out there with Curry, and it's Green in at the 3. Both teams tonight, Greg, love to push the ball up the floor, even off made shots.
You know, trying to find an opening before the half-court D can set up. I think you're going to see more and more of that every year.
I agree.
Yeah, that's a good way to start the game. Nice inside bucket right there.
Siakam outside. The 3, it's good from long range.
I'll tell you, the three-point shooting looking better and better. The hard work of Pascal Siakam paying off.
Here's Simmons. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Kyle Lowry picks one up there.
And what a factor Ben Simmons is on the floor. Does so much for this team in every facet of the game. He's a triple-double threat whenever he suits up.
He hits both from the stripe. And sometimes people forget just how young Ben Simmons is, Greg. This is just the beginning for him.
I mean, and that's what fans are missing about Simmons. His age. I mean, you can worry about his shot, but he has a long time to figure it out. He could end up having a Jason Kidd type of a career where he becomes a solid shooter later on.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it. Boy, not nearly tough enough inside on the defensive end. They made that all too easy for him.
Here's the floater. Harris misses. The Raptors have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Anunoby has the open look. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Boy, Pascal Siakam plays at his own pace, able to find the open man.
Here's Curry with the 3. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
VanVleet with the bucket.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
Back to Lowry. VanVleet outside. Raptors moving the ball around. Siakam off the left rim and out.
Has to be smarter, guys. I mean, we all know he can make that shot, but the defense was in his grill.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Kyle Lowry picks one up there.
What mastery from Simmons, fooling the entire defense in the paint there.
Norman Bowles checked in for Kyle Lowry. And he sinks the second. You know, Greg, we can all agree that Joel Embiid's a superstar in the league with his play, but you get the feeling he's the most criticized superstar in the league right now as well.
You know, pundits and fans have questioned his fitness, his fit, but at the end of the day, he does get it done, and the numbers speak for themselves. Embiid's an outspoken guy, which can invite a lot of criticism.
Danny Green is one of the best catch-and-shoot players in the league. Makes it look easy.
Siakam looking around. Poked away and stolen by Simmons. Oh, and he jams it right over Pascal Siakam. Wow!
Yeah, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane jumping skills, he seizes it.
For the Raptors, their last game a loss to the Spurs in San Antonio. So timeout called here, the first for Toronto. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Yeah, that was a rough outing. They did a few good things, but
The inconsistencies caught up to him in that one.
To be perfectly frank with you, I'm surprised it was as close as it was. I thought they were outclassed all night.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Chris Boucher's checked in for Aaron Baines, and it's Matt Thomas in for OG Anunoby. Here's Boucher. He's coming off a 22-point game against San Antonio.
And we can't forget his dominance on defense, guys. His shot blocking altered the entire game.
Embiid drives in, misses the layup. Raptors trail by 5. Thomas with the ball. Makes it off the glass.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Simmons finds Embiid, and they double up Embiid. Back to Simmons. Curry passes to Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Green's got 6.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Passes it to Siakam. The pass to Boucher. Back to Siakam. Fires from deep. Down it goes. His third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
Boy, Pascal Siakam with the big-time answer from 3. Nice.
Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
That's a finish he'll be bragging about for a while.
As he should. Very impressive.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim. Okay.
Van Vliet wide open. No good on the 3.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
It seems like every shot these guys have been putting up has been going in. This month's top shooters. You take a look at Boucher. You know what you're going to get from him day in and day out.
It would be hard to imagine him shooting the ball much better than he has. He has been on fire.
Here's Siakam. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
Well, this quarter has been all about this guy. He is trying to close the gap in the score.
Embiid kicks to Curry. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Poked loose. Thomas passes to Siakam. Just 5 to shoot. And finished off by Siakam.
Not only is Pascal Siakam elevating his offensive game, he's elevating his efficiency. He is working right now.
Curry outside, and no good on the last second attempt this time. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Philadelphia ahead. They're up by 4. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. Pascal Siakam, before the game tonight, shared his thoughts, reminiscing about his championship year with Kawhi Leonard.
It was always a team, and I think we don't look at one player and then say he's going to save us. You know, we got to save each other. We got to play for each other.
And Greg, that's how Siakam plays the game himself.
Versatile, very unselfish, and a franchise player in the making.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take so far in Philadelphia?
An impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
So the Raptors 5 right now. We've got Chris Boucher. Thomas is out there with Pascal Siakam. Then there's Lowry. And it's Bembry in at the 2. Bembry kicks to Lowry. Pass to Bembry. Back to Lowry. Lets the 3 fly. Cans it from downtown. Lowry's got 5 points so far.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an end.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
And this is how Simmons puts up points. He challenges you close at the rim more often often than not having the physical advantage.
He had a nice open look right there. Lowry's got the lead up to 2 now for the Raptors. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope. Oh, the power on that prudence!
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. And stolen by Siakam. And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. That's his first foul. Some changes for Toronto. Aaron Baines comes in for Chris Boucher. And OG Anunoby subbed in for Thomas. Siakam kicks to Anunoby. And he uses the glass on the layup. He's got 5. Greg is a broadcaster. Who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. Most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many of the guys, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. And I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who was my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
Well, Greg, Pascal Siakam won Most Improved Player in the league in 2019, and as we've talked about, had a case for it again in the 2020 voting.
I tell you, Siakam's play jumped so much again. He deserved the recognition. He continued to press himself to be an elite forward, rare for a former MIP winner to even be considered for the award more than once.
Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Curry. And Simmons skips to Harris. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got assist number 5 here tonight.
And through hard work, this has become Harris's bread and butter. A knockdown shooter off the catch.
They get the rebound. Philadelphia has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Simmons passes to Green. 76ers moving the ball around. Here's Embiid, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And the foul goes against Toronto. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And converted more than 4 out of every 5 free throw attempts last year. So just solid at the line.
And Embiid drops them both.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Here's Bembry. And closing the shot, even with the foul. Now the 2 free throws. That's on Dwight Howard.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And the second free throw, good. The 76ers trail. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. That one falls.
I admire Simmons' ability inside. That's where he's an elite finisher.
Toronto calls timeout. And the Raptors making a change here. Van Vliet's checked in. I would like to take this moment to show you the teams that a year ago made a trademark of scoring points off turnovers. The Raptors in second.
And they turned all those mistakes into points at the other end. That aggressive style really yielding big dividends.
Pass to Lowry. Nailed from three-point land. Lowry's got 9 points in the quarter.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Tries it from 9. Again, Philadelphia.
A hard worker who really ferociously strives to improve. Simmons tonight has been unstoppable at the offensive end.
Back to Lowry. Lets it go from deep. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd, and that's obviously easier said than done.
I'll tell you this, it looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
Here's Siakam. Second chance shot, and the shot will not go from Anunoby.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas. The rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
Norman Bowles checked in for Toronto. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Passes it to Baines. Back to Lowry. High, arcing shot. He takes it up and lays it in. Lowry's got 13 points.
Well, individually, he is doing everything he can in this 12-minute session.
Oh, that was something else.
Throw it down, young fella. Simmons is explosive and without a doubt one of my favorite dunkers.
And it's Van Vliet with the ball for the Raptors. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Count it, and the 76ers lead has been cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Anunoby. And Simmons kicks to Harris. Here's Howard. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Toronto's gone 4 of 6 from long range in the second quarter. Solid shooting. A shot by Lowry. Wide open. And too long on the shot.
Boy, defense nowhere to be found, and neither was his shot at that time. You just have to love that grit and effort on the glass. No problems battling for the basketball.
Powell, no one around him. And again, Toronto no up. The 76ers leading by 4. Embiid dishes to Howard. Back to Embiid. Simmons against Lowry to the right side. Pocket 6. Simmons passes to Green. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. And here's Lowry. From deep. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Philadelphia. Thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. Ben Simmons had it going on in the first quarter. He had 21 points, 7 assists, and Joel Embiid, the mega-talented center, he'll get into it with the opposition on and off the court. Kenny, do you like that Embiid runs his mouth during games?
Why not? You know, he plays with extreme confidence and he backs it up. This swag is good for the team because, it's infectious. So, yes, I would say yes.
I'm sorry, Kenny. I'm never going to tell anyone not to talk trash. Alex would mean a lot more if he had to.
How many of those do you have, Shaq?
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro.
I knew that already. And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See you, everybody, with Kevin Harlan.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You look at Ben Simmons in this game, he's been everywhere.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
I have to love his tenacity. This guy stays in attack mode, makes defenders work, tries to keep them off balance.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Taking a look at the 76ers. Joel Embiid out there with Howard. Then it's Simmons. Then there's Harris. And it's Green in at the 3 slot. Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think's going to lead the pack there?
That's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have, with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
Van Vliet with the bucket.
Well, for a point guard like Fred VanVleet, you've got to be able to get into the mid-range. It opens up the other aspects of your offense, keeps the defense off balance.
To the paint, here's Baines. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing. I mean, the improvement that we've seen from Siakam, it's like nothing else I've ever seen. He's a huge reason for the success of this Raptors team.
Greg, in 2 short years, this guy triples his output from the floor. He goes from a guy who's getting spot minutes, couldn't really get into the rotation, to an all-star. The transition game, his ability to use that speed, and then his approach, the work habits, both of those two things have been critical to his growth.
And here's Lowry. He'll bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points, and the Raptors call time here. Ben Simmons really making a difference here.
Guys, you have got to find a way to slow this man down. This is a great timeout.
Chris Boucher's checked in for Toronto. Matt Thomas comes in for OG Anunoby. Howard against Siakam. Thomas surveying the D. Siakam passes to Van Vliet. 5 on the clock. The Raptors need to get a shot from deep. Thomas. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Embiid's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Green with the ball. Now Thomas defending. The pass to Embiid. Harris gets to Green. There's the triple. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Now it's a 5-point 76ers lead.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient.
Siakam finds Van Vliet.
One of the premier shot swatters in the world. The length of Embiid makes it hard to be scored on.
Harris passes to Howard. Here's Embiid. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
Good work there as it goes. And that's now 21 points for Siakam.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
And they double up Embiid. Over Boucher. That one is good from Joel Embiid. Embiid's got 6 here in this quarter.
And hit on the way up. Embiid's strong physically, but also mentally able to keep his focus.
That's good, and the 76ers lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Van Vliet.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Count the basket.
In such a rhythm right now. Feathery touch. He's lighting them up.
Van Vliet against Harris. Van Vliet kicks to Thomas. Count it, and the 76ers lead has been cut back down to 5 as they get the points there from Siakam. 76ers have gone 5-9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Embiid.
Well, Danny Green excels at recognizing when his teammates have open looks and putting it on the money. Nicely done.
And 1:01 left in the third. Lowry deciding where to go with it here. Pass to Siakam. Back to Lowry. Dwight Howard grabs the board. Howard's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And they continue to control the glass.
And slam dunk by Harris.
And with off-the-charts awareness, Simmons makes plays that others simply don't see.
And a wide open look for Siakam. And he's good on the 3 ball. Siakam's got 26 points.
Just doing what he can. He's competing and he's converting.
And he has really kept them in this one. The high effort level. Now the rest of the team has got to step up.
And Simmons kicks to Harris. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Harris has got the lead back up to 9 now for Philadelphia. Now Lowry. Pass to Siakam. 3 seconds left. And the layup is good. That's 28 points for Siakam.
Wow, finishing through contact with a beautiful display of focus. What a job by Pascal Siakam through contact.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers bringing the quarter to a close with a And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. On the court for Toronto to start the 4th. On the wings, Powell and Anunoby. And Baines out there with Chris Boucher. And it's Van Vliet into the point guard position. Raptors trail by 9. Van Vliet outside. And the rejection by Embiid. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you talk about the perfect veteran wing player. Danny Green's right at the top of that list. Solid defense, good shooter, and plays within himself.
First one falls for him. And Greg, the experiences that Danny Green has had over the course of his terrific career, it's hard to match.
I mean, he's won multiple titles in his career, done so in different places with different types of teams. He's seen it all and knows what it takes to succeed.
Both free throws good from Green.
Guys, let's remember, Danny Green was waived not just once, twice. But I love that he didn't put his head down. And ultimately, he wins his first championship with the 2014 Spurs. And what a valuable piece he remains.
Anunoby passes to Baines. Shot clock at 6. Over Howard. Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut down now to just 9 on the basket from Baines.
And that's a good shot for him. He can shoot it over almost anyone.
You want that mid-range game in your arsenal. You can't just be about threes and dunks. Sometimes this is a key shot.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this one. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Powell kicks to Boucher. Van Vliet against Harris. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
And Toronto making a change here. Siakam's checked in. And Harris gets it to go on the assist from Simmons. And the 76ers lead by 15. And the Raptors call time here. Your son, Cole Greg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him number 1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top-notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for, but at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad and a proud one at that. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, Coach Nick Nurse talked to his team. He told them, you can do a lot of great things out there and still lose if you don't take care of the boards. I want to see more effort, gang rebounding, everyone involved. That was his only focus. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Here's Van Vliet, and good that time.
You know, I thought in the first half this guy was pressing. He was rushing. Now he's settled into the game.
Harris outside. Gets number 9 to fall. He's only taken 10 shots.
Offensively, we see Embiid all over the floor, but inside is where he can really utilize that size.
A floater. Van Vliet can't get it to go.
Yeah, it's been about the rebounding. Really, that's the dividing line in this game.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Kyle Lowry. He's checked in for foul. That's good from Simmons.
The 2018 Rookie of the Year. Simmons' NBA career got off to a great start, and he's only continued to improve.
Anunoby drills the three-pointer.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
On the wing, Green. And it's Dwight Howard with the finish.
A good night for the defense. Dwight Howard finishes with authority.
Here's Lowry. Pass to Baines. Toronto working the ball around now. Anunoby passes to Baines. Yep, that one goes. Baines has got 4 points now in the quarter.
What you see is continued improvement in his ability to create for others. Great to see OG Anunoby make the open read.
Embiid, no good.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chipping.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
Out to Harris. From deep. Another three for Philadelphia.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the 76ers.
Their inside game was what secured them the win tonight.
They had their way in the paint, and those are all high percentage shots, but the defense couldn't stop them from getting down low.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Ben Simmons.
Well, unselfish basketball. His ability to create for others has been the story of this game.
Outside, Green. Here's Howard. Embiid trying to break loose. Howard, that's good. And the 76ers lead by 19. And it's Lowry with the ball, brings it up for Toronto. Floats one, it's good.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assisting.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well. And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Lowry can't get it to go. Left side, Harris. Banked in off the glass.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
They're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home, no doubt.